Hey, thank you for tuning in and welcome to our podcast, The 12th Man. I'm your host, Prakash Murugesan. I live in Toronto, but I've been supporting Manchester United since my early childhood days, growing up in Dubai. So, joining me in hosting this podcast is my friend and an equally enthusiastic football fan and rival, Freddy.
What's up? Hashtag flashback Friday to Budweiser. Okay, that was pretty pathetic. Anyway, my name is Pradyum Krishnan, and I've got a name that rivals that of most of the Polish players in football. Thanks, mom and dad. Anyway, thanks for joining us in what is hopefully going to be a long and adventurous football journey.
Okay, so now that we've introduced ourselves, I think it's time to get to know a little bit about our podcast. In simple terms, this podcast has everything to do with the world of football, um, or as we like to call it in this part of the world, soccer. Uh, we envision this podcast to be a sort of informal discussion amongst friends about the game that we love so much. This includes debates on controversial topics, league and player statistics, tactical analysis, and a whole lot of banter, obviously, with a Liverpool and a United fan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a whole load of banter.
Yep.
Anyway, we will be covering the biggest leagues across the world. We've got the Premier League, the La Liga, the Bundesliga, and we'll cover some amount of Serie A and Ligue 1, probably just the bigger teams. However, we don't stop there. We go international and we do domestic cups as well, such as the Champions League, the FA Cup, the UEFA Euros, and the biggest sporting event in the world, the World Cup.
Woo! World Cup. Oh, don't worry, you won't be hearing only our voices throughout. We will be hosting friends and fellow football enthusiasts on our show as well, as we want you all to be a part of it too. We will provide a platform for any and all football fans from around the world, especially the ones from around the world, like us, who wake up at 6 a.m. on the weekends just to cheer on our football teams.
Yeah, our love for the sport. So
Yeah.
that pretty much sums us up, as well as the podcast. I think I should also mention that in addition to our video podcast, we have a more conventional audio podcast on SoundCloud. The link is in the description below. Just in case you are tired of seeing our friendly faces.
Well,
Okay, fine. Scratch the friendly. Just our faces. We will officially be launching our podcast during the World Cup season. We hope to go at it all guns blazing, not an Arsenal fan TV reference. However, we will be covering the Champions League final, which surprisingly has more hype than the World Cup. I don't know how that's possible. So, we hope you stay tuned to our podcast and look forward to entertaining you in the near future. So, bye bye.
Bye bye.